or however you like to bet, whether it's player props, building a same game parlay, or even jumping in live as the action unfolds. It makes for every game more exciting, whether you're watching your team or just keeping an eye on your fantasy lineup. It's quick, it's easy, it's the best way to add a little bit of energy to your Sundays. So are you ready to play? Download the FanDuel app now by visiting FanDuel.com to get started. That's FanDuel.com to place your first $5 bet. The Locked On Leafs podcast continues. Mike DiStefano, Dave Morisuti with you as we are each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the duration of the summer. And a couple of weeks, we'll be back to full time, 5 days a week, starting, Mondays through Fridays. Once we get back to training camp in a couple of weeks here, it's coming quick, man. Holy smokes, is it ever coming quick? And the weather has gotten quite cool also, which makes me feel like hockey's coming even quicker because of that.
Yep. Yeah, you got the NFL coming back, and that's usually roughly around the time where you're expecting the players to come up on the ice. Don't give me that look. I know what that looks right now.
Well, speaking of Mitch Marner and him being a fan favorite getting traded away from the Maple Leafs.
Don't do this.
What hurt you more, Dave? Mitch Marner getting traded or Micah Parsons getting traded?
Well, considering the Leafs are not run by a guy who is showing signs of clear mental distress and Jerry Jones.
Anymore. Not since the Harold Ballard days.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yes. I will still go with the dysfunctional Dallas Cowboys, which, funny enough, you think dysfunction, and I'm putting in the Leafs and Cowboys in the situation, and I'm actually taking the Leafs situation right now, even though they haven't won a title in my Stanley Cup in my lifetime. Oh yeah, wait, sorry. The Cowboys haven't either.
Oh, this is so painful.
Yeah, I don't know why you do this to yourself. Being fans of those two teams. There's a lot of parallels with the Leafs and with the Dallas Cowboys. Funny enough, and the teams moving on from one of their best players, both of them in the same summer, is kind of interesting as well. But yeah, Mitch Marner opened up earlier, yesterday, I suppose, and in one-on-one interview with Mark Masters. You can check it out on tsn.ca. It's probably up on their YouTube page as well now. But pretty much opened up and talked about how tough it was afterwards, the off-ice harassment, essentially, that he was taking from the fan base or from people, we'll say, within, the Toronto area. But he's in Vegas now, and I'm sure he's extremely happy to be there, get away from the madness, and I wonder if he could be a better version of himself without all the stress of playing for his hometown team. Do you think it's possible that Marner could elevate his game to another level now that he's in Vegas, outside of the Toronto Fishbowl?
I think he'll be playing in a better division. Like the Pacific Division is not the most competitive division in the NHL, in my opinion.
Okay, so the opposite. He's playing in a less competitive division. We said better. Yeah. I thought you meant there. I'm like, I don't know.
No, I think it's like a better situation for him where he's playing. The matchups are better off for him.
He's playing worse teams.
Yeah, like he's like the best team he'll go up against is LA and Edmonton. That's two.
Yeah.
Like those are the two teams really, and I just think that I'm sure we already saw day one when he got there, like the way they embraced him. Mm-hmm. I'm sure he's gonna he'll probably put aside a lot of the Toronto stuff. It's gonna take time for him, I think, to get himself comfortable and used to it. But now he's had the whole off season, I think, to do that. And he's definitely gonna play. I expect it to at least be the same. Like, I was looking on FanDuel, and like they have his over under at 94.5 points. 94.5. Like that seems doable for Mitch Marner after he just had 100 points. Now, here's the one caveat to that. We talk about Austin Matthews losing Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner does not have a goal scorer like Austin Matthews in Vegas.
Yes and no. I mean,
Jack Eichel, which is
sneakily too, though, Dave. Pavel Dorofeyev, who is currently slotted to be the left wing on that line to finish up the trio there. Sneakily scored 35 goals last year. And that's a name that there's some people listening to this podcast might not even know. Pavel Dorofeyev had a 35-goal season a year ago. So, you get the puck over to him, he can shoot the pill. And when Jack Eichel, when he's playing with a superstar, I mean, he can shoot the puck too. Like Jack Eichel's no slouch, right? Like I think Eichel's had a 40 goal season before, and he's never had a superstar winger next to him quite like Mitch Marner. 36 is his most. He scored 36 in 68 games and 31 a couple of years ago in a 63 game span. But like he's a guy I could see scoring, 35 to 40 goals. Same with Pavel Dorofeyev. So you have 2 30-goal scorers on your line. That kind of makes up for it, doesn't it?
It does. And I do wonder, there'll probably be a bit of an adjustment period under Bruce Cassidy too, right? Like he demands a certain way of playing too. Like Marner's a very two-way responsible player, which I think will help.
I think Marner actually fits Cassidy's system very well. I do. I think that he looks at think about the player that Bruce Cassidy had for the longest time in Boston, right? Patrice Bergeron. Now I get it. Bergeron was a center, but that was his guy. He leaned on Bergeron so much as a premier two-way forward. Mitch Marner is that. Mitch Marner can be that. But he doesn't have to strictly be the shutdown guy because they also have Mark Stone on that same team who could more so be, alleviate Marner off some of those tough defensive matchups. And you deploy him in the offensive zone with Eichel and Dorofeyev. I think those two for sure will be able to cook up some magic. I'm not sure if Mitch Marner, can take it to, takes it to top 5 in the league status. But I don't think Marner's going to take a dip. I think that he'll still flirt with 100 points like he's done over the course of the last 5 years. He'll be in this Selke conversation, much like he's been over the last 5-6 years. I don't expect a dip at all from Mitch Marner. I think that we'll see the same, if possibly even a little bit better. Maybe he does set a new career high. Like he is coming off a new career high this season. Maybe he can go out there and establish a new career high with Vegas.
It wouldn't. I'm of the opinion if he gets, I think he'll probably be in that 95 to 98 point range.
You don't think cosine no sign Marner hits 100 his first year in Vegas? You don't see it?
I don't see it. Not the first year. Maybe he can, if he goes on if he maybe finds a way to score more on his own. I think he has to do that. How many goals did he have last year, actually?
27, but he had 26 and 69 the year before, and that's coming off 2 straight 30-goal seasons. 30 and 35 goals in 72 games back in 21-22.